Another Friday, back on 2 p.m. schedule. So, what's going on today, Christopher? Anything exciting?
Yeah, a couple exciting things here. We both had a great lunch. How did you like your lunch?
It was good. I'm thirsty. Eating that ham. Ham makes me thirsty. But,
Honey baked ham came through for us.
Yeah.
So good.
I'm not doing so good on the dieting and working out part of things, so.
Standard process is done again?
Yeah, I quit. Yeah, I made it 6 days this time.
I called it the first day.
It wasn't my fault. It was Michelle. She's an enabler.
Is it supposed to be how long? 21 days?
Yeah, made it 6. Went to Bonefish that night, the 6th night.
Bonefish did it, nail in the coffin.
And I woke up the next morning, fresh, ready. I'm like, I'm not doing this. I quit. Oh boy, I've got a lot of discipline, but it's not in that.
You're their best customer ever. They see your name pop up, and they're like, "Oh yeah, he's buying another one."
Yeah. Yep.
Good stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. So another week went by pretty quickly.
Yeah, it's been a crazy one. Yeah, lots happened. We got a lot to talk about. I'm gonna put my computer down and get distracted.
Yeah, we've got lots of questions to over page now today.
Yeah,
a lot of people wanted to.
You want to be a Hex member. You check. I've updated everybody on all the craziness that's going on. So
Did you do a vlog?
A lot of inside stuff. Yeah, a lot of inside things that only inside will get shown.
Oh yeah, a couple of folks asking about the house vlog. I think they just want you to just move for the rest of your life because they enjoy the vlog so much. So is there another one of those? Is that just inside the Hex?
Yep.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, it's a Hex business and house personal vlog. Short one. Short one was at 48 minutes probably. Short one for me.
All right, let's see here. We got a couple questions here in the chat already. That's good. 170 people watching. Lucas says, looking at getting either the Rupes Hybrid or Flex FX E80. Looking for your advice on which one to get. I already have the LHR 15 and 75E.
I'd get the Nano first and then the Flex later. I just don't like 1 inch on the Flex. Is too bulky. The head of that thing's giant. So I'd prefer the Rupes. A lot of people get hung up on the fact that the Flex you can change out from 3 inch to 1 inch. So it's not a particularly great 3 inch or a great 1 inch. It's like okay at both. And so I like having the PXE80, but that's like my 5th choice of tool.
All right, let's see. Lots of folks asking about, can't wait to see Matt and his stinky old E36. Is there an update there on the E36 or E46 search?
I just sent the money to your dismay. So
yeah, I saw that email pop up. I'm like, I didn't send the wire.
Yeah, so I bought a Techno Violet 37,000 mile 96.
So which one does that make it an
E36 M3? Yeah, so I got one. It's gonna be it's a 37,000 mile car, but it's been sitting for a long time. It's gonna be we're gonna have a lot to replace on it, but we're gonna get this thing like really nice.
And then is this eventually going to be a giveaway car?
No.
Is it going to keep this one?
I don't. Maybe someday, but I don't intend to. I want to have the E36, E46, and E92. Those are the 3 cars that I'm going to collect, if you will. And so this is a very, very collectible version. You'll have to wait and see. But actually, Waba and Jeff are up there taking care of it right now. Mm-hmm. They're dropping it off at Tony's house to stay there until Bubba can go pick it up in the truck and trailer.
All right, it's Jen. I think this might be a lady, so I have to ask this question since we don't have too many of them. Will you ever review the Adams Pressure Washer 2.0?
No.
That's the bigger, bulkier one, right?
Just as sucky as 1.0, I'm sure. So, no, I have no interest in that.
All right, let's see here. Chris, how did you get to know Matt? We met at the gym. It's been 9 years now, actually, 2012. It's a long time. How did you start working at OG? I had a 9-year interview, and then I finally got the job. We're close to it. We talked about it for a while. There's a video about it, actually. If you go back and just search Chris, you can find the video that tells you all about that. Let's see here. I had a good question I wanted to get to this is the one. I almost didn't include this, but then I remembered you had like a 1 week period where you thought you were going to go back to being a skateboarder and have yourself an awesome skateboard. So
yeah,
Alchemist on Instagram wants to know, is OG going to do a skateboard deck?
No, probably
No.
not. Maybe I should. I have a infinite dream. This dream that I dream all the time for some reason, that I go into a mall skateboard store as like a 40-year-old me or 35-year-old me, and I buy a skateboard. And I pay like for all the, it's like a $300 skateboard. And then I'm like, they're like, well, okay, we don't have it, but we'll order it. And then I doing my normal, I just punch the receipt in the trash. And then I come back weeks later and they don't have any record. And for some reason, this store doesn't have any like thing in stock. So I'm like, well, I'll just buy another one. And they have nothing in stock, and I can never get any help. And like the $300 I spent is like disappeared. I don't know why I have this. I probably have that dream once a month.
Ooh,
It's
weird.
the weirdest thing ever.
Just need to go buy one.
Like a branded skateboard, like one with a car on it. You know what I mean? Like Adam.
Yeah. We should do that for our giveaways in the
I
future.
asked Adam about it, and he said he had like a 3-month wait.
Oh yeah.
So there you go, Alchemist. Maybe a skateboard deck one day in a giveaway. But
I like that idea. I do need a new one. Mine is.
Do it.
I have an old Zoo York that I've had for 15 years. That's Ryan's left out in the rain a bunch.
good stuff.
Actually, where is that? I might have thrown it away.
All right, let's see here. Our buddy Dan checking in from Minnesota. Hilke from the Netherlands. I recognize that name. Let's see. Hi, Matt and Chris. Is there a possible ETA on the labels for the industrial press-all sprayers now that the household labels
Come on,
are
Bryce.
released?
What's taking so long? It didn't even start. We haven't even started that yet.
Yeah, that whole process to get these labels was quite a
We
process.
haven't started yet on those, but someday.
Hi, Matt. Started watching Outlander because of you. So that's another
yeah,
Matt, so there you go.
It's pretty good. It's a little odd, but yeah, at times it's pretty decent.
Let's see. Jack wants to know, Matt, what car-related project are you most looking forward to tackling? New brakes on an E36, or what's going to be the first thing done on the E36, do you think?
First thing will be mechanical, so new radiator, new AC condenser, new lines, sorting all the mechanicals, changing all the fluids. I think there's something we have to do with the diff. I don't know. Waba is the E36 whisperer. He's going to tell me what to do, and I'm going to talk on video and pretend like I know that I came up with it. And so that's we're going to do all that first. And then second will be all OE, all OE fit and finish stuff like Euro headlights, taillights, trim, clear corners, all that kind of stuff. And then interior, there's some melty stuff and some delaminating stuff. Door card fabrics need to be refinished, and vinyl needs to be redone, and so all those kind of things. And then exhaust, headers, mid pipe, brakes, BBS LMs, all that kind of stuff.
See, Waba lied to me. He said whichever one you were looking at didn't have that much that need to be done to it.
Well, it's really not a lot of expense. It's more a lot of time. All those OE stuff, maybe $3,000-4,000. The brakes will be kind of expensive, but it's really just brakes, wheels, and I just want to do like the minor OE plus things. I don't want, I'm not doing some major, overhaul, updates to the thing. So I want to keep it just OE plus stockish. All
right, there you go. Let's see here. Who else? Our buddy Brian in California is watching. Good. Get back to work there, Brian. Matt, when you get a bonefish, is from Kevin.
Yeah.
Bang Bang Shrimp, Lily's Chicken, or something else? What do you?
Yeah. Two orders of Bang Bang Shrimp, and order a calamari, or two. And then I'm and a loaf of bread, and then I don't eat my meal, so the meal doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
Like then I'm so full that I eat like one bite of whatever I get, and and I'm done.
Techno Violet, that's the color, right? That's Techno Violet. Okay. Let's see here. Kyle wants to know, do we have a K1122 TST in stock here at OGHQ so he can swing by and pick it up?
Yep.
Do we have one?
I think we have 5 of them here.
Oh.
Or we have 1 here and 4 over at the storage unit.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, we got one.
All right. So
fresh and clean, ready for you.
Email support at Obsessed Garage, and they can make sure that it's here when you get here. Luke wants to know, have you come up with a BMW name yet? BMW Bozos, BMW Bros, is there?
I've given up. I haven't. It'll come to me.
Yeah. So keep watching there, Luke. Maybe
Once the Hondas go, I just like BMW Bros.
It works.
But yeah, I need a new name, I think, because I may have another Honda someday, so I got to leave a little Honda Bros. That's too good.
Matt Duffy here in the chat says TJ Hunt doesn't seem to have a problem getting skateboards. Maybe talk to him. So there you go.
Yeah.
See if he can pull some strings for you. Let's see. Oh, there's a great way to get yourself mentioned here. James says, I was listening back to an older podcast on Spotify. Chris is a way better podcast companion than that Brian guy. No offense. No, Brian was good. I like Brian a lot too. Let's see. Let me get to this. I wanted to brag on one of our own here for a second. This popped up on Instagram. From Jeff's Detailing. That's not Jeff the Detailer. It's Jeff's Detailing. OG has the best customer service I've ever experienced. I placed an order last night for the new OG bottle labels, but mistakenly ordered the wrong size. I left a support link message, and Lewis revised my order before 7 a.m. this morning. Fantastic job. So there you go. Good work, Lewis.
Yeah, the hope is to, now I know there are times when it's 3 days, and then people are like, this is the worst customer service ever. So just know that if it's been 3 days, we've been working for 3 days straight and haven't just, you're down the queue somewhere or asked a question that was really complicated and we pushed you down the queue. But yeah, that's the goal is to be super efficient. So good job on Lewis. I'm looking for everybody here to not be 9-to-5ers, to own your spot, own your position, and racing out of here at 4:29 p.m. is the hope that we don't have that. That people are looking to chase their next spot, or at least be eligible, and be the guys that put in the extra effort will be the ones that'll be first up for the next. I'm always thinking about what are people's next role or next thing.
All right, let's see. Oh, thank you. They already answered that. Good job, guys in the chat. Let's see. EC chimes in here. I think you'll appreciate this. I'm starting to think the exhaust testing videos are purposely trying to trigger everyone with that darned pothole. Yeah, there's a pothole right in the middle of the road, and everybody gets worried about that.
Yeah.
Nothing bad yet.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Addison on Instagram says, Matt, saving up for my first car. It's going to be an Ford F-350 trimmer. Any colors that I should stay away from? I want to get black, but I don't know about it anymore. Any thoughts and tips for ownership of your first car?
What was his question starting as? It was...
Yeah, it's his first car. So he's thinking about colors and which one's going to be tougher maybe to maintain or keep looking nice, I think.
I mean, obviously black and like dark gray and dark blue are, going to be harder to deal with. So, white and silver, reds or regular blues tend to work better from a maintenance perspective. I think the key... in first cars, especially, if you're not, rolling in dough, is stay away from trying to get like an old, M3 or something, or a car that's going to require you to spend lots of money to keep it running. That's where, Hondas and Toyotas, make a lot more sense. Get yourself a BRZ or a, 350Z or something like that doesn't require huge maintenance issues like having this dream to get an N54 335 and you buy for $12,000 and it's going to be nothing but a nightmare and never run for you. So I would just encourage everybody that is in that position to don't buy a black car and get something that is fun to play with, fun to do little modifications to, but doesn't have like major cost of repair.
He also said an Ford F-350, which that's a lot of surface area to work with. So keep that in mind. If it's your first car and you don't know any better, it's probably all right. But if you're going from anything else to that, that's a lot of work. Yeah,
trucks are such a tough thing because they don't really depreciate very much. So you end up with a high mileage truck that has a lot of maintenance stuff. Maybe he's got a good job or some rich parents or something, so maybe he's going to get something nice. If that's the case, then who cares? Get whatever you want. Just don't buy a black one.
All right, let's see. E36. CMAC wants to know, is it a Euro spec?
No.
And then what color interior?
It's Techno Violet. I forget what it's called. Tommy F. Was spouting off all these specs. But it's the Alcantara, like the really rare Alcantara Techno Violet kind of gray with Vader seats. You'll see. It's the car. It's going to be worth a lot of frickin' money someday.
All right. Let's see.
It's a little melty, but it's
Melty.
all completely original. So we're gonna have to, but it's not gonna take much for us to make it special.
All right, let's see. We have a super chat here, 1999 from Sunny Color.
Mm-hmm.
Matt and Chris, the carbon fiber roof, I think he means, on my E92 M3 has chips in the gel coat from possibly rocks or bird poo from sitting outside. Would you suggest sanding and reapplying the gel coat?
I don't think that's a gel-coated top. I think it's clear-coated. And so that can just be sanded and re-cleared, repainted. So, yeah. Again, I don't think if it was gel-coated, I think it would turn color. I may be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's just clear. So you can have that refinished and re-cleared.
All right. Yes, Sirski says, do you dilute CarPro Pearl for the tires?
Yeah, what was I doing? 2-to-1?
I think that's what it was, 2-to-1. Maybe
Yeah,
1-to-1.
yeah, 1-to-1. So 50% water and 50% pearl. I actually think it works better that way, and then you brush it on.
All right, let's see. Dan Pfeiffer. I don't know if you saw this or not. Dan says, I tried to order the new douche scale, and it's already out of stock. When will more be in, as I have a lot of douchery to measure here?
So here I am, slaving away. We're working on, the plumbers and figuring out what to do with my water and working with an electrician at the house and working on my new fans and stuff. And then these guys are here putting up $400, $10 scales. Who bought it? Do you know?
Yeah. Our friend who also paid lots of money for you to eat the Little Debbie's that one day.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. So Yoshi has a scale. I don't know if he asked for the bro juice to be included or not. That was another question.
Have you told them the story of the douche scale? I mean, how does that?
I don't know, but
you don't. So this is Bryce's little scale he had on his desk, and I'm always coming in to get the scale because I need the scale. I need to get all mad about the scale, and get your own scale. I'm like, no, I need your scale is my scale. And so then I every time I come in there, because it's this crappy little scale, I'm like, can I borrow the douche scale? And so it got the douche scale logo when we did the graphene video, and so apparently now what am I gonna weigh my stuff on?
He's already requested another scale to replace that one.
Okay.
And since they did come up with quite a lot of profit out of this scale, so I thought that was okay to replace.
I like the $10,000. Yeah, on discount.
Yeah,
you saved $9,000.
It's a deal. You saved $9,000.
Yeah,
good stuff. So yeah, I'm sorry the douche scale is out of stock, but there may be another one in the next giveaway. And that one it counted for giveaway entry. So if Yoshi wins the giveaway, that's why.
Crap, that would be amazing.
He did buy some other stuff that's qualified, but that would be awesome.
Well, how are we on our giveaway?
Let me bring it up for you here.
Lossability here.
So this is as through yesterday.
Okay.
So this includes, I have the douche scale on here.
Yeah.
Also the press all labels
and
all that stuff. And so right now we've made that much.
Okay.
So we're still about this much.
So I'm 53K in the hole still? Oh
correct.
My gosh. Yeah.
We get, what is it? Today's the 12th? Yeah. So we got 19 days left.
Yeah, we're going to be fine. Break even's good. But my dream of buying a 458 is not going to happen.
Yeah, I
it
don't think so.
Like.
Not on this one.
Yeah. Well, Tommy Effie has coming. Maybe it'll go viral when he comes in and drives it. I didn't even know they went and made a video on the Civic.
Oh yeah, the exhaust video.
Yeah.
Those are pretty popular, I guess. People like hearing it and seeing it.
Yeah, I like those kind of videos. So because I don't get to hear my cars very often.
All right. Oh, we got more bragging here in the chat on Lewis. Lawrence says, just want to reiterate a previous OG person comment about customer service. Lewis was a top man regarding my recent order to the UK. So thanks, Lawrence. Excellent work, Lewis.
Yeah, and that was one of the things I wanted to extract out the customer service part out of the tech support part. Because a technical question can a customer service question needs to be answered as immediately as possible. And Lewis is super nice. I wanted someone to be super nice and just say yes to everybody, and so within reason, of course. So we're building it out. It's happening.
All right, let's see here. C-Mac, any tips on first wash on my daily driver after a whole winter of not touching my paint?
Yeah, I mean, a good, solid pressure washing. This is one of the times where it might be helpful to foam it a couple of times and rinse it off, but I don't know if that really does anything. But yeah, just a good, quality, slow, use lots of water, go back and forth with the pressure washer, get everything cleaned up, and then, wash it like normal.
All right, Hyro says, what are the shipping ETAs for Swiss tracks? Usually, those are shipped out within about a week of the order, depending on the size.
Yeah.
If it's a bigger order, it might take a little longer, but now they have 2 different places they're shipping from as well, so that helps a lot. But email support at Obsessed Garage if you just want to make sure if you need it by a certain date. They know that better than I. Sam wants to know, did you happen to get the E36 in Jacksonville? If so, it's a very nice example. So
yes.
I guess you knew the one. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, it's been listed for sale for a long time, and Waba knows the guy. He almost bought it in the past, but it was a little too much, and so we've been working on that for the last couple of weeks. So I made the video with Waba's car because I wanted to see if I really did want one. I don't intend to drive that car a ton, but maybe a couple, 2-3 times a month. Just have this really awesome, showpiece of a E36. It's been a hero car of mine for a long time, my whole life, and so we got one, and then I'll probably try to get an E46 and also a 997 GT3 in the next couple of years. I'm resisting the urge to get we found some cool E46s, but I can't handle having two new cars at the same time. I just can't do it.
All right, let's see. Brandon says, thanks for the lead on T-Max roll-ups. I saw they also do exterior shades.
Yeah, those look awesome. I think the shades look cooler than the darn the doors. But yeah, my doors are ordered, and they're probably 6 weeks out, something like that. And I found an electrician to help me do a lot of the electricity stuff rather than Mike and I fumbling with it. I'll probably just have him pre-wire everything up so Mike and I can do the fun stuff at the end.
Gotcha.
But my cabinets should be here next week.
Let's see. Steve says he used the Color Lock interior cleaner on his Tesla seats and it left a lot of streaks. Would applying it when it's cold be the problem?
Was it the cleaner or the shield? I've never had the cleaner. Now, you don't do the whole seat. You got to do little sections at a time. So the only way it could leave streaks would be if if it dried. So the only thing I could think of is if he did like the whole seat, and then by the end of it, it's all dried on there. So the cleaner shouldn't lose any streaks at all if you clean one little panel at a time.
All right, let's see. Jason says, in-wall compressed air lines. Copper or galvanized, assuming one doesn't want to pay up for that beautiful Prevost pipe that you won't see on the wall.
Well, I mean, copper would be your preference. Galvanized is probably a little cheaper, but I would choose copper if I had the choice. Then what you could do is you could stub it out and then just do a little bit of Prevost, like little small sections, to terminate it at the end.
All right, let's see here. Where'd that other one go? And Steve, back to that Tesla interior question, says he used shield.
Yeah, shield will streak if you don't. You got to wipe it flat. Again, treat it in small sections. And so the shield or the protection cream, you have to manage it. You have to level it off. You don't want to buff it off, but you have to level it off or it'll leave streaks.
All right, Civic87 says, a couple weeks back, did I hear Chris say that he used to be a teacher, or did I imagine that? Just curious. Yes, I did used to be a teacher. I still teach every day to these clowns around me here. Creative Car Detailing says, good evening from South Africa. That's awesome. Love the giveaway Civic. Truly epic. Keep up the good work, Matt and Chris.
What is that Fiesta thing over there in the corner? And it's been here for a year. What is that?
That's the hot sauces.
What do you do with it?
A year. I got it like a month ago. We had it one day. We tried out at lunch. We tried through all the hot sauces to see which one we like best. So
now what?
Now we break it out every once in a while when we're feeling spicy.
It just sits in the car. It drives me crazy. I sit there looking at it on the darn podcast every time.
All right, next week maybe it won't be there. We'll see.
Yeah.
Matt wants to know, are you glad you didn't buy that other Civic, the $50,000
Yes,
Civic?
thank gosh. That would have been $100,000 in the hole. Yeah. No, I they knew this is how giveaways go. We usually break even toward the end, so we'll be fine.
The last few days are really
it's fine. My dream of making $500,000 just it wasn't going to happen, and I knew that was a very high probability, being as most of you guys don't give a crap about Civics. Most of us just are interested in the Civic because it was something that was around and was cool when we used to be cool. kind of thing.
I wonder, while on the subject of that, I wanted to bring this up because I don't know if you saw it. Tommy brought this up, and a couple people were looking at this. So we had order number 100,000 this week.
Oh.
Now, technically, it started at 1,000.
Right, so yeah, technically it's
99,000. There's some in there that are kind of when you create a new order or whatever, but still, 100,000 is pretty impressive.
Shoot.
So Mark Smith, maybe he's listening from Leesburg, Virginia. He was our order number 100,000.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. It didn't take quite as long to get there as it did to some of those other numbers in the beginning because we've been super busy. So a big deal here. Now we're on order like 100,000, 200 something.
That's pretty sweet.
Flying through. Let's see here. Pancake Sauce wants to know, will the Viper chair be available with a smaller base? The one Matt showed still seems kind of big.
Not at the moment, but I'm going to work with them if we start selling a bunch of them. I guess we could probably talk them into a redesign. But it's one of those things. I'm sure they've invested a lot of time and money in jigs and and R&D and figuring out. So to turn something like that on with just like a small shop that's building these things. So that's part of the reason why they're so expensive. Is that you got some guys just building them in a garage. So not anything on the horizon. I'm actually sitting on it right now. It's way more comfortable than that little douche chair, little squeak chair. By the end of it, I'm like hobbling out of here.
Now that's going to be the next giveaway item. The douche chair is going up. Let's see. Yeah, but it was pretty comfortable. I don't like the tool tray so much, but the rest of it's kind of nice.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to do the tool tray. Is an option. Yeah.
Let's see. Hey, Matt, have you tried the Color Lock Alcantara cleaner and protector? I have a new BMW CS steering wheel I want to protect.
Yeah, I don't think you want a protector on any kind of Alcantara. But their fabric cleaner works pretty well. Not as well as Sonex, though. The Sonex cleaner is the best, I think.
All right. Stint Placer wants to know, what's the update? Did you get the Magic Stairs yet? What's the
Magic Stairs are scheduled for April 1st. So I'm getting the Magic Stairs and the new Magic Lift. So instead of a Versa lift, the Magic Stair company is making a more robust lift. And they said no to me selling them, but just watch. Give me a little time.
We'll come back to that question later, actually.
Just give me some time.
Peak Zeke has a super chat here for $1.99. What's the best printer/copier match for a MacBook Pro?
Ugh, I hate printers so much. They never frickin' work right. I have an Epson, this one.
2750? ET2750?
But I think I have the 5750 or something like that in my house. It's the one where you do a little ink squeezy bottle, and you fill it up. I hate it. But that's probably I don't know. Printers are like spray bottles, where everyone assumes that no one would pay for a nice printer, and so they all suck. Oh, here's Bubba. What's he got?
All right. Well, while you're doing that, let me get to this question here that I could answer. Update on the garage giveaway special fancy LHR 15s. Bryce just posted something about that on our little Monday.com thing. Within 2 weeks is when they're supposed to be done, according to the guy at IND. He says he's giving them 2 weeks to get them all done, and then he's chopping people's heads off or something. So,
yeah, that and the Milwaukee are the two hang-ups, so thanks for being patient.
Yes.
It's a supply chain nightmare these days. Too many dollars chasing too few goods. We're going to see some serious continued inflation, and I think at some point this is not going to work out well for most.
All right, another question I can answer here from Jonathan on Facebook. Any chance we get gallons of Hyde serum back in stock soon? Yes, Jonathan. They just shipped out today from New Jersey. Should be here probably Tuesday or Wednesday of next week. And as soon as they're here,
yawning so much. This is enthralling. Should be fired up.
Did you see today's thumbnail, by the way? We have some.
Need doing sniff test, the GSF.
Yeah.
Did I mention GSF is like the greatest soap on the planet?
A couple times.
Freaking good. How are we not sold every ounce of? How is GSF not sold out of the world? You idiots need to buy that stuff. To the point of you almost throw away your old soap and get it. It's so freaking good. I need to wash some cars, man.
Yeah, that was another question. When's the next wash and chat? Are we ever getting one again?
It was yesterday, 5 yesterdays ago. So I've been too amped on too many things.
All right. Ryan chimed in on Facebook here. He says he's a chemist, and he says, waft with your hand. Never stick your nose in a chemical.
Yes, I'd go right in. I'd go for it. That's why Angel Wax Vision almost killed me one time. It's like, oh, let's see. This is green. What is it going to smell like? Watermelons? Limes?
Smelling salts.
You know, yeah, green apple. You know, burn the nose hairs right out of my nose. Oh, man, that hurt.
Good advice there from Ryan. Thank you, Ryan.
A little cool.
Just get a little
loft it. Yeah. No,
sniff.
I just stick my nose and my big nostril in there and suck. Just breathe in.
Mason Stamps wants to know any update on the short tips for the ego blower. I haven't heard any updates.
Yeah, I got to talk to David at 3 p.m. today.
Okay. Well, that's
or
good
4
luck,
p.m.
Sam.
Sorry,
Okay.
4 p.m., not 3 p.m.
Lavish Locker on Instagram said, "Hey Matt, I'm curious to know what razors you use to shave. I use the razors from the dollar store."
What are they? Gillette Fusion. Not the orange one, the blue ones. So Gillette something or others.
All right. Let's see. Let me go back to the chat here. Yes, Sirski chimes in, says, "I work at the Tesla factory. I'm actually at work right now. I see a lot of scratches on most of the cars. Did you find many in your Model 3?
No, mine was really clean. But, I mean, most factory cars are going to have scratches. I mean, Ferraris have more scratches than anything. So that's part of the deal. And then that's why people are always asking, you got a new car, why are you polishing it? Well, because, God dang it. Because you need to get those, those imperfections, those love marks from everybody touching it out.
All right, let's see. Chase 6.0 says, "Hey, Matt, I think I've heard you say a few times you used to have an Audi S4.
Yep.
What year and what did you have done to it?"
I had a 2011.5 B8 S4. I had, it was a DSG, which was a terrible move. But it was DSG. I had AW exhaust, AW pulley, AWE intake. And that was pretty much all I had done to it. It was tinted. And then I had spacers on the what was it, S line or whatever, or titanium package wheels. And I hated that car. I actually paid to get out of the lease early because it's so front heavy. I just didn't like it.
All right, let's see here. Brad wants to know, when will the douche chairs be available in the OG store? Maybe this afternoon. We'll see.
Yeah.
David says, "I have swirls in my professionally done ceramic coating.
Mm-hmm.
Can I use a light polish or clay bar to remove some surface scratches without ruining the ceramic coating?"
Well, the clay will add more scratches, so that's not an option. But yeah, you could probably just do a light, finish polishing, like Perfect Finish or something. But you're likely going to end up removing the coating. You'll probably have to reapply it.
All right, let's see. What's been the most expensive single order placed through OG? I was curious too, so I just looked that up. That much, about almost $45,000. That's a big order.
Yeah. Well, a lot of times, guys like that, we break it up into multiple orders.
Yeah, so there's probably
some 100,000.
Yeah. One will be like cabinets, and one will be tools, and one will be other stuff. But that's the single biggest one, $44,983.
Yeah.
Let's see here. What manufacturer and model tankless water heater will you be installing at your house?
It was a Renai. I don't remember the model number. It's a big long. I'm normally good at model numbers, but it's one of those things like I don't really care. Just pick one of a Renai or a Rheem. In the gas world, I don't think there are really any high-end ones like Brian was talking to us about getting a Nieva or whatever, a Neve, but those are only electric. I needed a gas, and I don't believe they make a gas one. So I just got a Renai whatever thingy.
All right, let's see. Oh, we got a +1 from Joe Bob here in the chat. Epson 2750 is solid compared to the crap out there. Bought ink last year and have over half left with tons of work from home printing. Same goes here.
It's about the best. Yeah, I think it's about the best, most viable option.
I use mine fairly often, and I haven't had to replace any ink yet. Flavio wants to know, would you ever see yourself considering a Rolls Royce?
No.
Not the Phantom when you get your driver?
No. What's he talking about?
That's
GSF is not any more expensive than Adams. It's like this, maybe $5 more. Because remember, when you buy a 5 liter of GSF, 5 liters, 1.32 gallons. So even though, what is it, $80? So I guess it is more. It is a little more. It's like 20-25% more than Adams. But this is your car here. People buying a $1,000 pressure washer and a $70,000 car, you know, a 5 liter will probably last you 6 or 8 months. It's not that expensive. You know, it's one of the more important things you put on your car. So I think it's worth every penny.
Samuel says he bought some GSF. He can't wait to sniff it when it comes in. That's good.
Yeah, it's good. Just go for it. Don't do any wafting. Just stick your nose in there. Yeah.
Jason says he loves GSF. My wife said the garage smelled like it. So that's good. It helps that too.
Yep.
Good. Matt needs to sniff some GSF to wake up. That's good advice.
I need something, man. I'm tired. All those drugs, that's like muting my anxiousness. I just want to lay on the table and sleep.
Here's a good question for you from Aaron. What would you recommend for removing scratches from the Titanium Ridge wallet? Daughter used mine as a hockey puck.
I think you're toast. I don't think there's
anything
anything you can do. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't think you can just polish out titanium. I think he's screwed. But I don't know. Maybe you can heat it or something. It'll reflow. I don't think that works.
All right, let's see. You got a question from Dylan on Instagram. I'm finally getting a house with a garage. It's a rental, but still looking to get some proper lighting to start with.
Yep.
Planning on going with the OG 4-bulb fixtures, but not sure how many and what layout to get. So it's 25 feet front to back, 23 feet wide with 8-foot ceilings. He's got two separate 9-foot wide doors.
Yeah, definitely 4-bulb. And you'd want 6 fixtures in a perfect world. So 3 and 3 symmetrically placed, on each little bay was what I would do. I mean, even just doing 2 in there if there's like a light sockets there, like normal thing, it would make a huge difference. But yeah, 6 will transform it. I used to do that too. The one rental house I had, I changed all the lights in it. And then I took the lights down and took them with me.
All right. Related to that, C. Snyder says, drawing up plans on our new house. Plan to detail on the side out of the new garage. It will be used as a wash bay as well. What material do you suggest for the walls? Drywall, sheet metal, plywood, etc.?
For the wash bay area, I'd much rather have block. If you have concrete cinder blocks, then you just use like an oil-based paint, like a pool paint on the walls. Just leave it just bare block, if you can, in the wash bay. If not, you're gonna probably want to do cement board and then tile it, which would be really expensive. And then the other option, the least expensive option when you're dealing with water, is to, other than block, would be to do FRP, fiberglass reinforced plastic. But that's white and slick. I don't love that. But that's what most car wash bays are made out of.
All right, let's see. Kirk asked here in the chat, when will you get more clear press-all bottles in either size? The end of this month, Kirk. They're on a boat in the English Channel right now.
So I think we need to order like 10,000 of them or so.
Bazillion.
Yeah, we need a lot of them. We just wait till people start seeing them, how freaking amazing they look. And then we're going to need to start bottling them, and then it's going to really take off. The blue ones are a good option, too. We need to put the labels on the blue and take some photos of it. And then also the different colors. We'll get different colors for the blue bottles. I mean, the same bottle, just blue.
All right, let's see. Hey, Matt, I've been using your gun and foam cannon package with my son, Joe. It works awesome. Thank you. That's cool. Yeah, those can make almost any pressure washer.
Yeah, much better. Yeah, if you get a little longer hose and just hide that pressure washer, you don't have to see it. Put it behind a wall somewhere, and then it feels like you're using a Krenzla.
All right, Guy B has a question here for you. You might have some experience with this in the Tesla. With all the touch screens in cars, what's the best cleaner and best way to prevent constant fingerprints other than not touching it?
I mean, the only way to really prevent it would be to put a screen protector, do like a satin screen protector on it. But I just clean with invisible glass and a waffle weave microfiber towel. Same thing with my MacBook Pro screen. That's how I take care of it. But the prevention part, I've used some of those things, some of those products. It makes it worse, makes it slimy. Speaking of pressure washer, entry level pressure washer, we just got notice that our entry level, the first iteration of our entry level pressure washer, should be here in a couple of weeks, and so it'll be here for the spring season. I think they're going to be $220, something like that,
somewhere in that neighborhood.
It was in the high 100s. It was like 189 or something like that, but Chinese import duties and taxes and issues have driven the price up a bit, but still $220. It does like 1.85 gallons per minute, and we'll have a whole suite of options with fittings and everything. So we should have 120 of those in 2 weeks ish. I didn't actually.
The 25th is when they're supposed to land in the United States.
So then, so say 3 weeks for us, something like that. But we're working on building out the packages, and then what we may do is just take some pre-orders and see how many people want. I have one here. I need to make a video and show you what's up. It's junk, but pretty incredible output. It's junk like the Karcher K1700's junk. It's just a plastic throwaway unit that outputs the same thing as a Comet or a Krensla in the $200 price range. Now, again, I'd still rather have a Krensla, but I know everybody wasn't going to swing that much money, and so this is going to be a really viable option. So we're going to how many did he say they had coming? Did he
didn't say the total, just that our minimum order was 120 of them.
Got it. So yeah, we're going to need to just, when that 120 starts shipping, we need to probably put the other 120 and then another 120 on the back of that. And I'm excited about it. I think people are really going to like it, and it's just going to do well. And then we should have a nice little bump in sales for the spring to pay for my E36.
All right, let's see. Vic is one of those people on Instagram. He says, "Keep the moving vlogs coming, please."
So you have to bounce back and forth. Tony, my car's there.
Got a picture.
Made it to his house. Nice. Oh, he's looking at it on his Ring doorbell.
That's funny. RHKZ on Instagram says, "Matt, have you watched any of the G80 M3 reviews?"
I watched a zillion of them. Gosh, I hate it.
Any new thoughts now that it's out and people are reviewing it?
Yeah, I still equally hate it. These people are freaking opportunists. As I'm going to detail Sean's for the fun of it because it's the green one, but the probability of me liking that thing is very, very slim. But I'm assuming I'll talk him into letting me drive around the block and make a video for you. But we're going to do a full detail series on it's the dark green with carbon buckets, the orange interior. So we're going to do a multi-day, multi-episode series on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So
is
you'll
he coming
probably
up here?
Yeah, he's coming. He's going to hang out for the day, and then he'll leave it here and then come back and get it in a couple days.
Gotcha. So G80 detail series coming soon.
Yep.
Let's see. Champagne Chugger. Hi guys, thanks for making the Press bottles labels available for the giveaway.
Oh, they're so good. So good. I'm so excited.
Also, Matt, how about an E30 M3? Could be an epic E30, E36, E46 giveaway. That's the older one, right?
Yeah. That was before my time. I was still a baby, I was still in elementary school. I don't like that car. I don't want one.
All right, Joshua here in the chat says, "Matt, I have some latex paint overspray on my Lexus. What would you recommend using to remove that?"
Yeah, start with a clay bar, see if that will get it off. If that doesn't work, then you'll probably have to use some sort of solvent. Todd Cooperrider taught me about Spies Hacker. I think it's called SP. It's like Spies, or maybe SPEES, Spies Hacker Body Shop Solvent. You just have to be careful with that kind of stuff.
All right, let's see here. JC says, "Come on, Matt, it's spring. I want to get started on my garage. We need some lighting specs on the Cree bulbs. My garage is 1,000 square feet, so I'm guessing around 12 to 14 cans."
If you want to do cans, yes. I'm going to figure all that out here for you soon. You'd want to do some troffers in there, I think. And, in a garage that size, you probably only need like eight or nine of them. They're, 5,000 lumen, 5,000 Kelvin output lights. So stay tuned. We're getting close. In the next few weeks, I'll be having more content on that. We're going to start carrying the lights in the store, and we got a major overhaul of our lighting offering coming up here as I get a little bit deeper into it. I like to fall on the sword before I endorse stuff, and so I want to show you how they work and what they're like and all of that.
Luis says, "Hi Matt, how many times do you wash your cars per week?"
Zero.
Now.
Yeah. My life is very different than it once was. where it was just me and a camera and 2 cars and a job. Now I'm immersed in it. So I'm lucky if each car gets washed once a month now.
All right, let's see. I can answer this question from Art on Instagram. How many postcard entries do you have so far, and how many do you average each giveaway? You know, I was just noting to your mom yesterday because she brings me the mail every day, and she sorts through the giveaway entries. And yesterday there were 0.
Nice.
And for the Civic giveaway, we still get them, but not nearly as many as like for the garage giveaway for some reason. So
it depends on if it hits the old lady sweeper groups or not.
Yeah. This one must not have because it's low.
Yeah. So we get these weird old ladies, weird old cat ladies that, you know, guarantee you the way it works is there's like a 44-year-old cat lady, you know, has 9 cats, and she's like the tech savvy one, and so she creates a Facebook group for all the, you know, 70-year-old cat ladies, and they all get together, and they're called sweepers, and they go out and they find sweepstakes and they figure out how to enter them, how to game them. And some of these morons, they'll send in like 20 a day.
Yeah.
But you can only enter once. You can only send one. That's the way the rules are written. Because in order for this to work legally, there has to be a free entry option. I argue, don't be a freaking douchebag and you know why we're doing this. It's so we can, you know, fund a project or fund the thing, and, you know, engage the audience and all that. Mainly, it's just to get out. You know, it's to get, you know, so there's some marketing aspect to it, and it's fun. And these losers try to game it. The only advantage for me is that if Pam McRae wins the Civic, I could probably buy it back for her for pennies on the dollar, you know, and she, you know, say, here's your Civic, you know, how about I give you $50,000 for it, and then I keep it and part it out. She'd probably take that over the darn car. Because what's a, you know, old lady, tennis ball lady? The thing I would love to do is to have like a delivery video and watch people go nuts. Of, you know, this 70-year-old lady wins my 500 horsepower, you know, 600 horsepower M5. And so, yeah, it's been a lot less because we must not have gotten in the sweepers thing, but it's a douche thing to do. Don't frickin' send it in. And some of these people are so stupid. Like they send, you know, they're sending like $9 or $10 a day in cost of stamps. Just buy like the 2 T-shirts, and your odds are way better.
This is true.
So there are legal, you know, the legal way to do this is that you have to allow, if it's a public lottery or it's a public sweepstakes, is what it falls under, the lottery rules, gambling rules. So if it's public, you know, there's certain states that have certain requirements, like Florida and New York require you to post a bond against the product of the value of the product. So in this case, the Civic, we had to post a $30,000 bond, so that, and then there's a formula of how much you have to pay, you know, based on what percentage you have to pay. So it's, what was it, like $1,000 or something like that between the 2 states. And then like Quebec just has really strict rules, so that's not really an option. But Florida and New York are really the only 2 states that have a very specific, you know, bonding process. So I have an attorney who specializes in these sweepstakes, and you have an auditable system where you know, you have to allow for a postcard to be sent in. That's in the rules, but notice I don't publish that in lights because it's a douche move. I don't want some jerk off old lady, you know, winning my car that really some enthusiast wants. But you know, it's part of the deal, part of what we have to do. And then you have to have some provable random, you know, it's totally random drawing. That's why I say if somebody you've seen on the channel or one of the moderators of Facebook group, as long as it's not an employee or a relative, they could win, so they can buy stuff and participate too. And that's how it works. And so we, you know, at the end of the thing, we, you know, we enter this into the spreadsheet, all these people, and you can get more entries. And that's the way you set it up, is so that, you know, the postcard, you can only do one, and it has a very specific rules on how you do it. So most of the postcards are not correctly done. Most people don't correctly do it. We even put a clause in there that if you decorate the envelope, then it's null and void. And so you can, you know, within reason, you have to get that, you know, sort of approved and publish that stuff, and, you know, legally. And that's why we have to sell certain things on the site. And it also doesn't make sense for us to open up the whole site. People are like, if you had more options, we have like 50 more options than any other giveaway I've ever seen. And you can't sell a ticket. There has to be an exchange in product and value, as well as the free entry thing. And so it's a it's a complicated process that now we have it. It's sort of a well-oiled machine. In the beginning, it was difficult. Now Bryce even has a software that he helped develop with the developer that it's called Viral Sweep, that pulls in all the entries from Shopify in the pre-calculated amount. So if, let's say, John Smith has 284 entries in the random number generator, his name's in there 284 times. And so if we have 28,000 entries and 1,000 people, and whoever has the most entries, their name is in there the most. You click the button, it creates a randomly generated output. We get the single person that wins, and then they get the car.
There you go.
The car's ready to go, though. I mean, I've got everything ready, boxed and ready to go, all organized. We'll, we're going to ship it out the next day. I need room for my E36.
So the 31st is when it ends. That's a Wednesday.
Yep, and we'll probably do the drawing on Friday.
Friday.
Probably do it on a live stream Friday, because Bryce needs a little time to get all those, entries all sorted out. And, that's the plan.
All right. Let's see. I can answer this one here from Lazaro on Facebook. ETL, when the rest of the limited edition Beadmaker/OG tire dressing labels will be back in the store? Yes. The end of the month when those press-alls come in. That's what we're waiting on. Need more press-all bottles.
If they don't come, then we won't do it.
Yeah. Well,
because we can't do it. If we do a pre-order on that and we don't get bottles, it'll be it's 6 months before you get it.
Floating in the ocean.
People will be
somewhere.
wanting their money back, and they just can't be returning things from the giveaway. They're non-returnable. Otherwise, it doesn't work. Everybody who doesn't win would just return everything, and then I'd lose $100,000.
All right. Let's see here. Ricardo, when will you guys move into the new warehouse? What's the update there?
So we just signed the lease for the yarn building. Do yarn elsewhere.
Next door. That's the building next
Hashtag,
door.
Yep. And the other building up in on 42 is let's see. We should have that done in the next few weeks. So we're probably. I don't know what I'm going to do with that building yet. So we'll see. It may end up being our overflow. So when we get 16,000 press alls, we have somewhere to put it. I just decided let's get the security camera. Someone broke in there and cut all the lights off the roof, stole some hand tools and stuff. So we got to get some security up there. But that's where we're at.
All right, let's see. Tom Tarn wants to know, can you advise on using wheel brushes on black painted wheels? I found that all the brushes I've used have scratched the paint.
Yeah. It's one of those things that with wheels, I just resign the fact that, I've had many gloss black wheels in the past that just say, well, I'm just never going to look at them under a light. It's hard. I mean, unless you're willing to, two bucket method, remove the wheels all the time and all of that and gently wipe them, there's really not much you can do.
All right, let's see. KTT88 says, hey, Matt, I've recently installed a Cox vacuum reel in my garage.
Mm-hmm.
I've been having a hard time finding legit attachments, such as a crevice tool, floor tool, etc. Are you going to be pursuing this?
Yes, I want to. I got to stop buying cars. So, yes.
All right, let's see. Addison says, Matt, do you feel like the Krinzla KWS 700TS pressure washer is overkill? Trying to switch from gas, and how do you wall mount it considering the weight?
No way. That thing's freaking awesome. As long as you hit a stud, it has little eyelets that you put a lag in. So you just do like a 3/8 lag. 4 lags in a stud or in a stringer is perfectly fine. So it's actually pretty easy to wall mount. You put the lag in halfway, and then you hang it on, and you torque it down. But it's 180-ish pounds, 170-ish pounds, and wall mounting is definitely the way to go. We've wall mounted a zillion of them. They're fantastic. And no, it's not overkill. You get about 4 gallons a minute at 3,000 psi or at 1,000 psi. It's beautiful, magical. I mean, it's what you want to wash a car. It's just louder, because it's a 20 millimeter pump. So it's quite a bit louder than the smaller 10, 12 millimeter pumps that we're used to. But I want one of those in my garage. I had a case K165, which was the older version of that one.
All right, Jamie wants to know, is there any plans on getting distribution closer to New Zealand? It's very expensive to ship. However, I'd love to buy things from your garage.
Yeah, I mean, that's a little bit longer term, but I want to do Canada, UK, Australia, so we reach New Zealand from there, South Africa, and the Philippines. I'd love to have a hub in the Philippines. So those are the 5 major countries. We're going to start with Canada, and then kind of work our way around the globe. Probably UK second, Australia third would be the likely scenario.
All right, let's see. Critinok76 says, thanks, Matt, for using a gimbal on the video blogs. The last one was the only one I've been able to watch and not feel like I needed to puke. The other ones look like B-roll for Blair Witch Project.
It's that darn Sony camera doesn't stabilize as well in 4K as like the old the Canon did. So yeah, I hear you. It's a pain in the butt to use the gimbal. Every time I got to change the battery, I got to take it all apart and rebalance it and stuff. But yeah, it's way better.
Robert wants to know, when's the Tesla getting lowered?
Probably start it after the M3, the G80 M3 detail. So end of the month.
All right, let's see. Matt, why did you go with CR Spotless instead of the DI Pro 100?
The DI Pro's hideous. Yeah. We need a better solution than all of those.
All right, let's see. I tried using Atom soap with my Sunjo while using your gun and foam cannon, but I didn't get anywhere near your soap thickness results as you did when you created the Sunjo video. So what's your
you need 150 milliliters of soap per 750 milliliter solution, and then make sure that your foam cannon isn't clogged up or anything like that, and then like there's a filter behind the black. You pop the little pin out and you check the filter, and also make sure you have the right size orifice. 1.1 on a gallon and a half or less, 1.25 on a gallon and a half or more pressure washer. So if you have a 1.25 millimeter orifice on like a Sunjo, it's not going to work very well.
All right, we have a recommendation here for Rockler vacuum attachments. You ever heard of them?
Right. The other thing to consider with foam is if you have really hard water, that can also neutralize it.
All right, we'll pull that up here in a second. Let's see. Mike wants to know, can we expect to see other color iterations of the press-all labels?
Yep.
The blue does look legit, but I thought I heard talk of a black or darker one.
Yeah, I want to have a bunch of different colors.
Yeah.
We even have a version where it's color-coded per category, if you will. So we're gonna have several different iterations of these. It's not a super expensive thing to create once you created the first one, and it's not a super difficult thing to stock either. So
yeah. The key is getting the first one done.
Yep.
And we finally did that, so now we can experiment a little. Let's see, Henry in the chat, and then also Mike on Facebook. Any updates on garage vacuums and new garage lighting options?
New garage lighting, yes. Vacuum, not yet. But I'm sure I'm going to figure something out for my own garage. So, yeah, we'll get there.
All right, let's see. How often does someone come into OG looking to get their car detailed on site?
I don't know.
They come in for a million different reasons. That's actually a rare one because they just see Obsessed Garage and think, hey, I have this problem with my car. Can you guys fix it? Or I want to put this lift on. No, we don't really do that. We get all kinds of questions, though. Why is the province of Quebec excluded? Because they have weird laws and rules and such.
Yeah, there's very specific lottery and gambling issues when legally when dealing with Quebec. You just can't do it. You ever watched Letterkenny? You'd probably like Letterkenny. It's on Hulu.
I've not.
Yeah, that'd be a show right up your alley. Have you ever watched Eastbound and Down?
I've seen a couple episodes, yeah.
Yeah, I think I could picture you as an Eastbound and Down kind of guy. But, Letterkenny's in that kind of...
writing these down because Megan's going away this weekend, so I'm just
just start watching Letterkenny. It's on Hulu only, though.
Okay.
There's no point to it.
There's no point.
Yeah, but it's fantastic. Yeah. I don't know why I love Canada so much. Canada's just great.
Because you don't have to deal with them on shipping issues. That's why I love them. I'm sure this has been asked before, but does Hex membership renewals count towards a giveaway? So a renewal,
yes,
as long as you're paying that $60 or $240 or whatever, then yeah.
Yep. I hope a Hex member wins.
Let's see. Hey, Matt, I have a metal carport that I turned into an outdoor kitchen/car wash station. I want to enclose the ceiling and insulate it. What spray foam did you say doesn't allow sweating?
Closed cell does not, but you don't. You want closed cell foam. Open cell will be a disaster with water. So if you're gonna enclose the ceiling and then drywall it or finish it with some like if you're closing in this area, you want closed cell foam, and then but you need to vent the attic somehow or dehumidify one or the other. So
all right, we have two people commenting here. Eastbound and Down first season is gold.
Yeah.
Then D-Man D says, I was in Eastbound and Down, so I'll be watching for you there, D-Man.
I'm gonna rewatch Eastbound and Down. HBO Go is included with my AT&T plan. I feel like I got a win. I pay my $300 a month AT&T bill, and I get a free $3 a month HBO Go that I never watch.
Let's see.
So funny. I mean, all the home theater groups, people. It's not just many complain. Netflix, I'm done with them. They raised it from $17.99 to $18.99. Like, this is unbelievable. This is the second time in 9 years that they've raised the price. Like, it's just freaking. Oh, here we go. I'm canceling. I'm just gonna do HBO Go because it has like nothing on there. There's nothing I want to watch. I think if Netflix was $170 a month, I'd still pay it. It's freaking fantastic.
You do get a lot.
And I go to these home theater groups. Get a better job and a better freaking life. You're worried about $1.80 an increase. These guys are they're just stealing from us. Do you ever think maybe they're like trying to maybe create some more content or something? Raising prices. I'm out. Hashtag Netflix, I'm out.
With their $12,000 home theater sitting there.
Right. No. That guy has a
Is that low?
Hodgepodge. Yeah. He's the guy also who makes the thread, quality cables aren't worth it. And he's got everything budget. He's got everything homemade and garbage. Yeah. And then there's wires everywhere. Yeah, those frickin' people suck at everything. They're the same people who have a infinite, like 9 half drank bottles of water in their, S10 pickup. It's like 3 of them on the floor, 2 of them behind the seat. Every cup holder's got, there's got an extra one trying to jam in there somehow. They squeeze the air out. Yeah, that's that guy.
Oh man.
There's a lot of those guys though. Every time there's a Netflix raise their price, there's like 890 comments in a group of 20,000 people. Hashtag I'm out. Can't believe these people. I'm going to Antenna. Good luck with that, bro. I'm going to be watching Heartland again for the 4th time while you're complaining. And then the Heartland groups, they're like, how do I get season 14 in the United States? When's it coming? There's like every thread, there's like 57 comments. These dumb old cat ladies. Like, it's like $1.99 for a year for a VPN, and then you just log into Montreal and just Google it. How do I watch Heartland in America? And it tells you exactly what to do. It's the simplest thing ever.
There you go, cat ladies. Henry wants to know how many Civic banners have been purchased by Little Honda Bros. Hold on, Henry, I can tell you here in just a second. I think it's 99 was the number from this morning.
I love it how I love it how some people, like, anyone with any self-esteem just laughs it off when I'm making the videos. You watch the video where I'm ragging on all my own stuff.
Yeah.
Like it's like, yeah, I'm being honest here. Like, who the heck would want this thing? I don't want this. Half the stuff I didn't even approve of. But it's it's like if you bought it, you just laugh. You're like, I don't care what you think, I like it. And but some people are like, see, I knew you weren't gonna make it. I knew you were gonna lose money. You did some stupid blah blah blah. Didn't do the K20. Didn't do this. Didn't do that. Did it all wrong. You don't know what you're doing. If this Honda crossed the border of California, they'd turn you around the other way. All this freaking crap. So, and then 90% of the other dudes like, I bought one of the banners because I like it. Shut up, Matt.
99 of those banners, the Civic ones, and then a bunch of other OG banners.
God dang.
74 of the illustrations so far. 578 T-shirts,
Oh.
774 air fresheners, your favorite, 154 mirror tags, 132 lanyards, 204 key tags.
You wouldn't catch me dead with a freaking air freshener hanging from my rearview mirror.
That's good stuff.
I'd chop my rearview mirror off before I did that.
Let's see. Who is this? Old? Where did he go? There it is. Asking, have you seen this like brand new, almost new S2000 on Bring a Trailer?
No, I don't want one.
Red 2007, 1900 miles.
Yeah, I don't want one.
No more S2000.
Done. Yeah, they've been that. I've completed that chapter.
Generator. Matt, will you be installing a standby generator in the new house?
I think so. Yeah, I certainly will. The first time the power's out for a week, I need to get it done. But it's freaking expensive. It's like 10, 12 grand to do it.
Brandon says, "Did you just say Heartland groups?" Yeesh. Yeah, he's in more than one.
A lot of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. The official Amber Marshall. There's like 3 of the Amber Marshall groups, and then they post a picture of her, and it's like hearts and party hat emoji crazy every time. All these weird old ladies. You look at you want to talk about a fun exercise? Go look at some of the profiles of some of these aliens. Yeah. I'm one of the few, rational people in there. I could be a moderator. Like, spoiler alert. That's another thing in life. Do you have a problem with this when somebody tells you the ending of something that you don't even care about? Why is it such a normal person thing to worry to either worry that you're going to spoil it for somebody, or that it's going to be spoiled for you on something you weren't even going to do or watch, or who cares? Like, if somebody told me the ending to a Star Wars movie that I was going to watch tonight, I don't even care. Well, who cares? I'm still going to watch it. So that every freaking one of these posts is spoiler alert, scroll to the bottom, blah, blah. It's a freaking episode. There's 280 episodes of the show, and they're worried about spoiling episode 3, season 9. And then there's always someone complaining, why did you tell me that? I haven't seen it yet. It came out in 2008. It's like, what? I hate that. It gets so mad. I don't know why I care. So I'm getting mad that they're getting mad. It's so dumb. So stop this nonsense of spoiler alert. I'm going to spoil everything. Everything I watch from here on out, I'm going to make a video spoiling it all. And I'm not even going to tell anybody.
Good stuff.
Here's a spoiler. An Outlander. The girl goes back in time to the stone. Shove it up your rear for your spoiler bullcrap. Idiots.
Oh, man. All right. That was good. Alex says he just ordered the 3-inch and 5-inch Nano Rupes polishers.
How did I even get on that subject?
That's a great question. I don't even know how we got there. Oh, the VPN or something? I don't know. I don't know. Oh, Heartland Groups. That's how it started. Thanks a lot, Brandon.
Freaking spoiler alert, idiots.
Just ordered 3 and 5-inch Nano Rupes polishers along with the associated pads.
Good.
Excited to start correcting.
Smart.
During polishing, how often do you recommend changing between pads versus blowing the pad?
You can usually see it when it starts to get kind of gummed up. Rupes' recommendation is that if you look through the side of the pad, and you can start to see seep down into the surface, then it's time to replace it. You can usually tell it gets kind of gummy looking, and then I swap it out.
All right, let's see. Mike wants to know, when do you have Mike coming out to do the pressure washer shrine in the new Normie garage?
Yeah, gosh, I'm dying. I'm yawning.
Too bad you don't have any water.
If only I had like a bunch of half-empty bottles of water. I'm gonna wait till the cabinets, get the cabinets going, and get some other things right. But we're getting closer.
Saber cabinets, right? That's what's
correct.
Okay.
Yep.
Let's see. Matt should try Car Pro Sky Blue Air Freshener. That's the one that smells like a racer.
Yeah, I need to get those.
It's amazing, and will make him change his mind on hanging air fresheners. I don't think he'll put it in his car.
No way. Yeah. Why don't you just spray racer on the carpets?
That does smell really good. What does the giveaway banner say in English? I want to hang it up in my garage and make sure it doesn't say something like "I'm an idiot."
Honda douche or something. I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know. Ask Bryce. It probably says Honda.
Hold it up to Google Translate or something on your phone.
It says Taco Bell. Steven asks on Instagram, what mic was that on the Civic when you mounted the Uniden R7? Is that used for the videos or for calling? Looking for a way to improve my call quality. My mic picks up too much noise.
Yeah, that's the Sony, the mic that comes with like the Sony head unit for your hands-free thing. I think they're kind of goofy, but that's what that's for. So most aftermarket head units come with like a little janky mic. That's what that is from.
Let's see. Oh, now people are posting all sorts of spoilers in the comments.
Idiots. Not them, but people who care about that stuff.
Man, they're ruining all these movies for me right now.
Sucks that much.
That's funny.
You're worried about just come on.
I'm making Rephrase mad because I'm using an Apple mouse. Why would that make him mad? I don't know. Let's see. How's the cleanse going, Luke? We addressed that earlier. Not so well. Banner says Honda Civic, according to our chat guys. Hi from Norway. I know you don't get to choose what Koshikimi products getting shipped to U.S., but I highly recommend you should try Koshimi All-Around Surface Cleaner, ASC. I do believe that it's something you would like a lot.
I think he does have it coming or here.
Yeah, Andrew was here the other day, right?
Yeah, it's like a, so you can use it everywhere. I'm pretty sure he certainly had samples of it, but I think they're bringing that too.
Danny Israel, here's the one I wanted to get to earlier. We were talking about the E36 interior colors. What are your favorite ones? So do you have a favorite? Did you like the one that was?
I want black, but yeah, that's the only. Again, my E36 knowledge of all these names and all these things I don't have yet. It was never a car like that I was considering getting. So I feel like a poser. It's like it was so far outside of the realm of of reality for me when when I was 16. I never even considered it, but it was one of those things that like I saw and just was in awe of. It'd be like if I don't even do that anymore, but it'd been like in me like seeing like a 575 Maranello or something, or 550 Maranello or whatever the heck it's called when I was 23 or 4 or something like that. It's just never inside the realm of possibility, and so I don't know much about them, but I'm sure I'll become pretty well versed as I time goes on.
All right, TR on Facebook asked a good question here. When it comes to the press-all bottles, do you prefer 500 or 750?
Definitely 750. Yeah, 500 is too small.
All right. Let's see. Lex says, Matt, I started following you a year ago this month and have watched every podcast since. I need some company for an hour last week, so I decided to listen to a podcast from early March of last year. It is great to see so much stuff come true about what you discussed. A question that came up back then was, which suppliers aren't letting you sell their stuff? I'd like to know who's on that list today. So do we have anybody right now? Ego Blowers are on that list.
Magic Stairs. Let's see. Who else isn't letting me do it? Those are the two major. I'm sure there's others.
Yeah, but we've gotten a lot of the ones that said no originally.
Yeah. Moduline's blown me off a bunch. The biggest one, since we're on that topic, one of my biggest gets is Dyne Audio. I've been talking Dyne Audio for years, and my love of Dyne Audio and Soft Dome, especially in a garage where it's pretty bright. But we are now, as of yesterday, will be the 6th approved online dealer and regular dealer for Dyne Audio. So we'll have Dyne Audio Pro, Dyne Audio Custom, and Dyne Audio home and wireless solutions for garage audio. And if people want the home stuff, I can get all that too. But I'm going to build solutions. So now I'm working on like LG and Sony, so we can offer displays for the garage, and then Yamaha. I'd like to get Yamaha and probably SVS. So I need a sort of a good, better, best. I need a we call it a basic, advanced, and ultimate. So I need a more basic speaker as well. So SVS is interesting to me as an entry level line, but so we can build out solutions for for the garage.
All right, let's see here. We have some people chiming in the chat. Ely, you've been wanting to sell their
Yeah,
stuff.
Ely, that is one. Yep.
Built Amber,
Yep.
Tornado or the Tornador. What's the?
I just never called them. I'm sure I can sell that for sure. I just have to call them.
All right, so there you go. There's the list.
That's a pretty good one. Ely's a big one. Yeah.
Good memory there, Anthony and Luke. Let's see. Epiphany wants to know, Epiphany Detailing, still planning on doing a recessed lift in your garage?
Yep.
I live in Ohio and like to wash in the garage over the winter, or would like a recessed lift. Any issues with that, or just add a drain?
Yeah, I mean, the issue is your lift isn't going to last for as nearly as long. It's going to get beaten up, but you can certainly do it. I just don't know. I would spend the money on a noose bomb and wash on it. You certainly can. I would buy something cheaper. I'd buy a Bendpak or something like that instead of the noose bomb, because I would guess, I don't know this, but I would guess in 5 or 6 years you're going to be either major service or you have to get a new one, just from the wear and tear of rust and stuff like that.
All right, let's see. I'm repeating this one again. It's come up, and this is good for Bryce to think about for maybe the next giveaway. From J Flynn 1000 on Instagram, will a refill package be added to the giveaway store? This has come up before. I know it could always buy another starter pack, but I'd love for the gallons to be a choice as well. I think it would be nice for some of the longtime followers.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm writing that one down. A gallon package, a reload, refill, whatever you want to call it.
Who's this kid? It seems disingenuous to pretend that Ammo NYC isn't above most of the products endorsed by Obsessed Garage. What, you lost your mind? Larry's a good friend, but Larry's development in comparison to McGuire's, I mean, come on, get out of here. He has his products blended by, then he's vetted them well, but his ability to vet better than McGuire's or, some of these products like Car Pro is just, no, get out of here.
All right, let's see. Don't Skip Pudding says, hi, Matt and Chris. Good afternoon from the UK. When my Meg's Hyperwash gallon runs out, I'll be making the switch to GSF, though I haven't found anywhere selling 5 liters in the UK yet. Is GSF so good that you've tried it in the shower? He wants to know.
And I have not.
No, not yet.
I might not suggest that. Yeah.
But no, I think the 5 liter is that specific to the United States? Because
I don't think anybody has it over there. I've requested that specifically. So, but I'm sure they'll have it there soon once they see the success of this, of it here in the U.S.
Chris MC816, when doing touch-up paint, it says don't coat for 7 days. Should I paint correct it first, then touch up and dry for a week unprotected, or fix paint chips, then polish and risk the polisher messing up touch-up paint so I can coat right away?
Always polish first. I mean, you're gonna rip right through. Even if it has been 7 days, you're probably gonna rip that right off with a polisher. So I would always, decon, polish, then touch up, then coat or wax, or do your last step.
Hep96 says, hey Matt, just wondering if you courtesy rev when driving the Tesla.
Yeah, right. So Larry and I talked about this years ago with the people are asking about, why isn't ammo sold in the store? So my first question to him, the product that I really love is Hydrate. Hydrate's basically a spray wax, and so I've done like I've done with many lines early on in the channel and earlier on in my detailing career, if you will, or detailing, whatever you want to call it, chase. I would buy entire lines, starting with Griot's Garage, but back in the day it would have been Turtle Wax and Mother's and McGuire's. I want to buy everything on the Walmart shelf. And so in, it was probably 2015 or so, I bought the whole Ammo NYC line, largely because everyone was complaining about, I was a big fan, watching, some of his videos and stuff like that. And just thought they were so well produced. And so I bought the entire ammo line. Like, he didn't send it to me. I bought it. And this is, shortly after that, right around the time. So I guess it was probably 2016 that I did this. And I put the whole line on my GD350. So I did skin, skin, what was the first one? Reflex, skin, and cream I put on my GD350. and I kept getting contamination on it. And I tried all the products, and the one product that made the cut that I liked better than the other products I was using was Hydrate. Now, no one can argue. Larry's vetted every single product in the line, and they all work. But he can't, spend his one of his life's work is Reflex, and another one I would say would have been Hydrate. So these were like things that he's developed and spent a lot of time and energy on. Versus when you have an entire product line, the chances of you building a best-in-class product. This is part of the reason why I have no desire to ever chase my own product line. The chances of you stumbling upon a best-in-class product is very unlikely. Even an entire line of products, for you to have one is remarkable. Sonax has 50 polishes, and they all work, and they all been vetted, and they've all been tested, they've all been developed, but one of them is great. Perfect finish. There's not another Sonax product that I love. I've tried most of it, if not all of it. Same thing with Meguiar's. There's 2 or 3 products. Like number 39 is a great product. It's like it's a once in a generation type product. And so for one guy to develop a product, now what Larry's created is something great for an audience of people that are looking to support him. His branding is fantastic. It's a system that you can use if you don't know and you don't have lots of resources to go and try hundreds or thousands of other things, or you don't have a lot of information. You follow his system. He shows you how to use it. It's great. But the probability of having a product line that is, and you spending you'd have to do nothing but that every hour of every day and have this insane amount of resources and hundreds of tens if not hundreds of millions of dollars to develop. A GSF is probably an accidental formulation, just happened to work out. Adam's car shampoo is an accidental formulation. And so anyway, Larry and I talked about, he has a very specific business model. His model is to stay on brand. And so if he starts selling through distribution, he can't, people could go off brand or use his products incorrectly. He doesn't sell in bulk because he's not going after the professional. He is an enthusiast-driven lifestyle brand of products that work and work well. But he doesn't have like a transcendent, best-in-the-world product that I want to use. If he did, I would just use it and send people there to buy it. But I bought the whole product line and used it, and there wasn't anything that I loved more than something else I was using. And I did talk to him, and he did consider allowing me to be the first, because I was doing something so different than anybody else, to be one of the first distributors. But even then, he's like, man, I can't do it legally the way my business is structured. I would hack off everybody else that wants it, and so I'd love to consider, but I'm just not going to do it. And so, because I was after him, I want hydrate gallons, please let me do it. And he probably considered it for 30 seconds, but was just being nice to me. But that's the story of why, no BS. Why, and Larry's a friend. He's an awesome human, and he has a great business, and I encourage people to use his products. But there's no extra to that, and that's why I don't have the products in the store. One, because he wouldn't let me, and two, there isn't anything that I really want. That's the truth. So there you go.
All right, have some Dyne Audio comments here. Dan says, I've used Dyne Audio in my music studio for years. Great stuff.
I love it.
And
I love it so much.
Jeffrey says SVS Ultra bookshelf are great.
Yeah, so I think SVS will be a good. The only thing is their aluminum dome. So I'm considering I don't want to carry these huge lines of products. And I love everything Dyne Audio, but an entry level set of Dyne Audio speakers is like $800. Most of them are going to be $4,000 or $5,000, and so it's going to be very specific for high-end garages and people who really value that. I'm just excited to be able to provide another spin on it and be able to provide the whole line, and then have an audio solution in the garage. Again, the goal of this is to create an end-to-end solution for the garage. This isn't a detailing thing. This isn't a flooring thing. It's like I want a little bit of everything. I want the complete ecosystem, and I want to have progressive steps to building that ecosystem for you, and that's the vision.
All right, let's see. Nicholas E90 says, "Thank you for liking my Do Yarn Elsewhere comment on Instagram yesterday. Made my day." That's pretty good.
Shoot, so good.
And someone else is asking when we're going to have a Do Yarn Elsewhere t-shirt. It's not in the works yet.
Yeah, we tried the slogan stuff, but it just gets kind of douchey. Nobody wants to wear that. And, I didn't like it. I didn't even like wearing my own saying, so I figured other people didn't either.
We do have a new shirt coming here soon, so be on the lookout for that.
Yeah.
We'll be sharing that when we have it in-house. Hey, Matt. Do you know any parking lifts you could recommend?
Yeah, I like the Bendpak. What's it called? It's like the AW6, I think. I've spec'd those in a lot of the designs that I've done, but I love that thing. I think it's great. Yeah, I think it's just Google a Bendpak parking lift. I hate 4-post lifts, pretty much all aspects. So you want it's a tray style. So the tray comes down and then lifts up, and so it catches oil and stuff. No,
it's like a swing set.
Yeah, if you scroll down, see parking lifts right there. Yep. Scroll down, and right there, A6S auto stacker. And I like the wide version if you have the room. So the A6W auto stacker is awesome. They're like $12,000 or something like that.
Starting
$6,000. Sorry,
at $6,850 plus free shipping. That's nice.
Yeah, and then it's a scissor style too, so it's a lot quicker. The scissors move up quicker generally. But there's also the PL7000, which is a typical cable-driven 2-post style. But I really like the scissor style. We're going to do those in several of the garages I've been working on here recently.
All right, Danny wanted us to know, based on that GSF comment, that Koshimi does make a shower gel, and here it is. Shower gel and shampoo.
Yeah.
So there you go. For €4.49, you can get that.
I might bring that over.
Yeah, get their fancy-looking bottle and everything. Hair shampoo? I might have to get you some of that.
I like that.
So thanks, Danny. All right, let's see. Let me get to this question. This is a good one here. Let's see. Hey, Matt. If Matt had to pick one topic to talk positively about from this list, gun to his head, which one would he pick and why?
Okay.
It's number 1, graphene coatings.
Okay. Unlikely.
Number 2, Bryce's pants.
Yeah.
So between those two, we're
not possible. Yeah.
Number 3, excessive drywall in the house.
I could talk about that one.
This is from Nicholas Blaisden, by the way, on Instagram. Number 4, vinyl wrapped cars.
Oh yeah, nothing positive about that.
Number 5, caramel popcorn balls. Or number 6
on Halloween.
Yeah. Number 6, his love of wedding anniversaries.
I think that caramel popcorn balls could be spun to think about like when I'm at my house and there's nothing left to eat and I'm just going to eat something. There's nothing good to eat. Everything is just like lettuce and and broccoli, and I don't want any of that. I would probably get my rubber mallet out of the garage, smash apart that thing and choke down the gross caramel. As long as it wasn't made at like the weird trailer park lady at the end of the neighborhood who's so proud of her puke balls. But yeah, I think that's the one I could be most positive about. Would be yeah.
Good question there, Nicholas. That was good. Got him thinking at least. Clear press-all bottles ETA. Yeah, we talked about that phrase. The end of the month, hopefully. Timothy Eckert. Yeah, we got to get Bryce working on this here or somebody. Cool podcast. Sound is always so low. So I don't know what we've seen that comment before.
Need some Dyne Audio speakers. I'll take care of it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Get you done.
Yeah. Get you some Zeo 20s. We'll get you those, or some Contour eyes.
All right, let's see. I'd take a Do Average Elsewhere shirt in a large. I thought it was clever. Yeah, Do Average Elsewhere is probably the most popular one, I think.
I had some guy one time, I've been saying that forever, and some guy who's like a photographer who had a Do Average Elsewhere logo, and he sent me an email saying, I need you to cease and desist using my trademark. I said, no. And he said, well, I'm going to be forced to consult my attorney. And so he sent me his trademark out, whatever. It's a copyright or trademark thing. And I looked at it. It pertains to photography. It has nothing to do with the same industry. He thought he was freaking Nike. And I said, all right, here's my attorney. Go ahead. Come send me what you need. And he never came back again. He's like, I'm going to need you to take down your shirt immediately off your site. I said, no. Like he was trying to bully me, some random dude. He was trying to bully me on that his trademark was superseded by mine, and somebody had shared with him that I was infringing upon his trademark. I said, get out of here. I said, come get me. That's the tough thing with patents and trademarks is like, good luck trying to protect it. So I say, get out of here.
All right, let's see. Bendpak is in the chat, actually, and they chimed in to let us know is the auto stacker. Correct?
Yeah.
Auto stacker.
We need to get going on this stuff.
Yeah.
I might need an auto stacker if I get an E46 here in the Orn building.
Let's see.
That's what I should get. I might be able to fit one in there. I might just fit it into my design, do an auto stacker in one corner. So we could display it, show it, share it, sell it. I need to get going on Bendpak. Bendpak, give me. I think it's Tyler. Get me going. I need to get moving. We need to get these in the store.
Send him an email.
Even if I just put stock images, we need an SP7X. We need auto stacker. We need HD9. We need the 4-post lifts. We need these lifts in the store. We need the PL6. Those things are freaking cool. They just take a lot of space. You'd have to just sort of design it around your room. I was working on a design with that. And so I'm selling a lot of Bendpak lifts. I'm just not getting any credit for it. We need to do that.
All right, let's see. Wilson just bought a Civic banner, so now we're up to 100. So thanks, Wilson.
Nice.
That's awesome. Brandon says the image of a rubber mallet to a caramel popcorn ball has me crying and laughing.
Gentle, like wrap it in your towel and just gentle, and then just start eating. Because I got the fake tooth, the $15,000 tooth. I don't want to be biting into some caramel ball and having to go back to the dentist again.
Here we go. All right, so I think we'll call it a day. Matt's gonna go
clean up my mess over there.
Clean up your mess.
I got an Acura exhaust that I just unboxed. I said I'd never get, and I caved and got one.
Well, I got one more question here. We'll end with this one from Kevin on Facebook. Have you had a chance to try Milwaukee's new high-speed ratchets?
Yeah, I love them. Yeah, they're replacing the old in my lineup.
There you go. And follow up, any insight if Milwaukee will release these high-speed ratchets in extended versions?
They will, yes.
All right, so there you go.
I don't think till probably fall is my guess, if I remember our call correctly. I'm going to feel so special when I have all this inside information on things. I have some inside information on Dyne Audio, on what's coming. I have some inside information on Milwaukee, and I always get the inside information now. That's really that's what I want to do this for, all this work, so that I can know things that other people don't know. So, yeah.
All right, there you go. So thank you all for the questions, comments, and for buying our cool stuff and supporting us here. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
And be on the lookout. Next week there might be something special.
All kinds of specialness going on here.
Specials.
Yep. Go inside the Hex. You can see the yarn building. I give a tour. It should be up here. If it's not up yet, it'll be up there shortly. Give a little tour of what the ample amounts of yarns. If you need some, let me know.
Yeah, go to the Yarn Lady website and buy them all so that she can move quicker.
Does she have a website?
Oh, yeah. Me and your dad found it yesterday. Yeah.
Oh, let's link it on every video.
She's got.
No, we got to be careful. We don't want her thinking, "Man, this is really blowing up," and then she'll say, "Sorry, Matt. Yeah, I'm staying in business. This is killing it." Like, dang it. See you later, people.
All right. See you all next week. Thank you.
Let's see. How's the feel? Want to stand up? Oh yeah, I feel way better. Way better.
I forgot this.
Oh, what was that?
This guy sent this up there last week. I'll bring this up next week. Sorry, Brent.
Oh boy.
Good stuff.